Don't be so nice to yourself all the time. This video was inspired a few days ago when I was going through my day. I was doing everything that I had to do, everything that I had to complete with my work. And the day was almost over and it was time to do my cardio. And my cardio is running outside. It's one of the personal goals I have together with working on other things during the day. And so it was the end of the day, it was time to do the cardio. I was already tired, quite actually exhausted. And just the thought of going outside and running was the last thing I could possibly want to do. And I'm sure that many of you have experienced the same feeling. You have to do something, you promised yourself you're going to do something like with a fitness goal, and you just don't feel like it. And so I started debating with myself. I started having these inner conversations. Shall I go? I know I should go because it's good for me, because I'm going to get more fit, because I'm going to be more healthy. But on the other side, I was feeling really not like it. I was like, just the other inner voice was just leave it. Just leave it and stay nicely at home, sit on the couch, watch something, waste some time. But since I already know better, I asked myself a very simple question. Okay, if you choose not to go and not to run outside, who are you becoming? What type of character are you building? What kind of traits do you want to have? And if you choose to skip the cardio, is your personality going to benefit from that? And the moment I asked myself the question, well, what type of person are you going to become if you skip the cardio? I decided I was going outside and I was going to do my cardio because I knew better. Just the thought of being the person who quits on something he promised to himself that he would go and he would do on a regular basis was enough for me to decide otherwise and to go outside. And so long story short, I did the cardio and I thought I'm going to make a video about that. And you might say now, but isn't that too small and insignificant? Because, you can just skip one workout. How is that going to affect your whole personality, your whole development of character? Because it's just one workout. You can do that workout tomorrow, right? Here is the big problem I have with thinking that if you skip one workout, it's not a problem. If you skip eating healthy once, it's not a problem. If you skip practicing something that you wanted actually to be good at, it's not a problem. It is a big problem, and that's why I did my workout, because I discovered one thing. We're very serious with things that we're obliged to do. Like, for example, if you work for somebody, you have a job, you are going to be very serious because your salary depends on that. Or you have a business already running and you have clients and you have to serve those clients, you are not going to avoid that. But on the other hand, we have personal goals, personal dreams. It can be a fitness goal, like I just mentioned, just getting more fit, or it can be eating healthy, or it can be a business you want to start, something you want to do. For example, you want to write a book, or you want to start a business of your own where you make videos, or whatever it is. And so I discovered with time that when we don't have a fixed obligation, like for a job we have to show up for, we're being too nice to ourselves. We say very often to ourselves, it's not a problem, I can do that tomorrow. But we never ever act the same way when it has to do with a job, that we have a contract, that we work for somebody, or like I said, you have your own business and you have clients. We are never going to do that simply because there will be a direct consequence. We somehow consider the things we want to do, the personal things we want to do, with much less respect than actually working for somebody else, than actually paying our bills. And I was thinking about all this and I thought I would call the video "Don't be so nice to yourself," because we are never ever nice to ourselves when it is about an obligation. We always show up for an obligation, but we betray our own goals, our own dreams by just not showing up. And that's how I decided to go and do my cardio, because I knew that I'm developing a particular habit, that I'm going to become a particular type of person if I skip my routine. You have to approach everything you want to do, everything you want to achieve yourself with the same seriousness as you approach your other obligations. The obligations you can't imagine escaping from. Because if you don't, you are not going to achieve absolutely anything. And remember that being nice to yourself and saying to yourself, relax, no problem. Don't go and don't do that something if you don't feel like. Just go and relax. That's not a small thing at all. And you know why? Because everything accumulates, everything builds up. You're just convincing yourself that this one time doesn't matter. This one time matters because habits, because personality, character is built over time. Every single thing you decide to do or not to do today is going to count in the big scheme of things. So there is nothing small. Don't comfort yourself in such superficial way. One of the ways to avoid developing this kind of awful habits of postponing things or saying I'll do it tomorrow is whenever you want to decide to start doing something, to become good at something, to achieve something, make sure that you don't start too big. Don't start too ambitious. It's great to be ambitious. It's great to want to achieve a lot, but you have to consider one thing. Can you maintain what you want to do over a decent period of time? Because if you do it for a day or two, or a week or two, or even a few months, you're not going to achieve anything. Nothing is achieved over the course of a few months. It takes years to build something. And if you start too ambitious, if you want to call it ambitious, I would call it impractical because it's just not going to work. If you can maintain it, if you can commit to something very intense from the very beginning, by all means, go and do that. But if you're constantly going to stop and start and stop and start again, then what's the point? So start small, start simple. For example, if you want to get more fit and you want to do some cardio or workouts or whatever it is you like to do, instead of doing it 5 times a week, when you've actually never done it in the past, start with once a week. But here is another problem. When I say start with once a week, our reaction usually is, what am I going to achieve with once a week? And here is where everything gets messed up. You think you have to do a lot when you want to achieve a lot, but you have to somehow get there. What you have to think about is one simple rule. Can you maintain doing what you decide you're going to do for a long period of time? Think about it, even a year, 6 months to a year. Can you keep doing that over and over again? It's not like I've never made this mistake myself. The reason I'm making the video is because I've made this mistake countless times, and up to this day, even though I'm better at this, I still make the same mistake. I decide I'm going to do something, I really want to achieve quick results, I do it too much, I start with too much, and then I'm being nice to myself all the time. I'm saying to myself, it's okay, don't do it, it's okay, next time. It doesn't work that way. By making this common mistake, you're doing two things. The first mistake is that after a very short period of time, you're going to burn out and you're going to give up. And the second mistake is exactly why I started the video with don't be so nice to yourself. Because of working so hard, because of doing too much, you're getting exhausted, you're getting burned out, and at the same time, you're saying to yourself, it's okay. Skip it. That makes you grow into the wrong type of person. A person who never has the character to keep on doing what he wants to do until he gets result. You know how fantastic it feels to start simple and you go about your day, you do your different tasks, and then it's time to do cardio like I mentioned. And because you started simple, because you started easy, to say to yourself, okay, it's just 5 minutes, or okay, it's just one time a week, just go and do it. First of all, you're getting more fit and you're preparing yourself for doing more cardio in the future. And second of all, you're feeling proud, you're feeling strong, you're feeling tough because you say to yourself, it's time to do it, I go and I do it. That develops the right type of character, the character of a person who is going to be successful. You just have to be smart and trick yourself into becoming the person who achieves results. That's all. Because from experience, I always try to be honest with myself. Whenever I say to myself, it's okay, you can skip this one workout. It's okay, you can skip this one practice. After that, I never ever feel respect for myself. I never feel proud of myself. I never feel stronger. I only feel worse. I only feel weaker. And when the next day comes and I have to do that workout again, or I have to do that practice again, I'm already with much less motivation because of the previous day. So just look for smart and sneaky ways to get results, that's all. And remember that once you actually get going, once you start doing something, you will start feeling like more. So one of the tricks here is you have to do something, immediately go and do it. Don't hesitate. The longer you wait, the longer you hesitate, the longer you debate with yourself, the higher the chance that you will give up. So be quick, take the decision to go and do what you have to do immediately. Do it simple, don't do it too difficult, and you will benefit enormously. Anyway, I think this is all I actually wanted to share with you in this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you happen to have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, then you will be informed whenever I upload a new video. For me, recording this video for you was a great pleasure. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.